Our next resolution is P 13524. This is a resolution adjourning the March 12th, 2024 legislative meeting in memory of the Honorable Patricia Jean Jackson. Is the family here? You can come on up front, and this is a legislator. Legislator still is going to be doing the presentation, and invite anyone else up who would like to join him.
This is a resolution adjourning the March 12th, 2024 legislative meeting in memory of Honorable Patricia Jean Jackson. Whereas it is customary for the legislative body to pay honor and respect to persons who have had a great impact and influence on the citizens of this county during their time on this earth. We remember with deep respect and admiration the life of an individual whose singular example enriched the lives of her family, friends, and fellow citizens. And whereas, attendant to such duty and fully in accord with its long-standing tradition, it is the intent of this legislative body to express sincerest sorrow upon the death of Patricia Jean Jackson, which occurred on Wednesday, the 7th day of February, of the year 2024. And whereas respected and admired by all, it is the collective sense of this legislature that the life of Pat Jackson be memorialized and eulogized. And whereas born on March 21st, 1942 in St. Albans, Vermont, Pat was the daughter of the late Raymond Roberts and Eva Mescal Roberts. And whereas Pat, the love of her life, and together they raised the children, and whereas Pat was always an active participant in various parent-teacher organizations and held many positions, including president, vice president, treasurer, of the Van Rensselaer PTA, as well as being a member of the Parent-Teacher Student Association, promoting a collaborative environment for students, parents, and educators. And whereas Pat was very devoted to the youth activities and held position of vice president of the Rensselaer Boys Club, as well as devoting her time to the Rensselaer Little League, Babe Ruth, Pop Warner football committees, encouraging children to engage in sportsmanship, teamwork, personal growth. And whereas Pat enjoyed a career as an administrative manager with the New York State Senate that lasted from 1979 to 2009. And whereas a lifelong resident of the city of Rensselaer, Pat proudly presented the constituents of the 9th Ward, now the 6th Ward, as alderwoman and councilwoman from 1978 to 2009. Her dedication to shaping the betterment of Rensselaer will forever be remembered for her constituents who relied on her unwavering support and guidance. Whereas Pat also involved herself in many civic organizations, such as chairing the Heart Fund in Rensselaer, raising awareness and funds for the cause, and serving as a notary public, ensuring the authenticity of important documents in her community. And whereas Pat will be missed by her children, John David Jackson Jr., Randy Allen Jackson, her grandchildren, Holly Rivers, Joseph Rivenberg, Adam Rivenberg, Jordan Jackson, and Kyle Jackson, her great-grandchildren, Janaya and Sean Perez, David and Ella Rivenberg, Laya, Karina, and Austin Jackson, her great-great-grandchildren, Nova and Josie Sousa, and her siblings, Wayne Roberts, Donna Burnham, Debbie Cairns, as well as many friends. Pat was predeceased in her life by her husband, John David Jackson Sr., and her daughter, Tina Marie Jackson, and her siblings, Raymond Roberts, Marilyn Keniston, Joan Clark, Thomas Roberts, Darlene Reed, Carol Goldberg, Jim Roberts, Bill Roberts, and Ron Roberts. Now therefore be it resolved that the members of the Rensselaer County Legislature adjourn this meeting in a moment of silent tribute to Patricia, Pat Jackson, and to reflect upon Patricia's life as exemplary service, fully confident that her legacy will continue in this county and the city of Rensselaer for many, many years to come. And be it further resolved that the clerk of the legislature transmit a copy of this resolution suitably engrossed to the family of Honorable Patricia Jean Jackson. I want to just say a few words. Pat was, ever since I was in the city, she was the mainstay of the North End. And I know the people in the North End for a long time they complained so bad about their water that you couldn't take a shower and run the dishwasher at the same time, or the water would just be dripping on you. There was no pressure at all. Pat made it her duty and made sure that she got all the water issues resolved in the North End, new water lines, pressure and everything like that. So everybody, whenever they run any water, must really think of Pat because she did that. Pat always reached across the aisle to help in whatever way she could. She challenged you when I was on the legislature. She challenged me to be a better person, to come up with better laws and rules. She was just truly a mainstay of Rensselaer. And she helped do a lot of things with Joe Bruno and getting extra funding for the city of Rensselaer. And the city is very truly grateful for all the work she has done.
It was a great honor of mine to work with Pat during a good portion of her career in the state Senate. As Brian said, she was able to deliver mightily for the city of Rensselaer during her time there. I always enjoyed listening to her stories about the North End in Rensselaer. She will sorely be missed. We miss her now. We need more people like Pat Jackson in government today. God bless you all. Thank you.
Okay, our next resolution is P 13624. This is a resolution adjourning the March 12th, 2024 legislative meeting in memory of Rensselaer County Legislator, the Honorable Peter P. Durkee. I would ask Mr. Durkee's family to come up front, please, and this is a resolution that's being presented by legislators Kennedy, Hoffman, Harrington, and anyone else who'd like to join us up front.
It's a resolution adjourning the March 12th, 2024 legislative meeting in memory of Rensselaer County Legislator, the Honorable Peter P. Durkee. Whereas it is customary for this legislative body to pay honor and respect to the persons who have had a great impact and influence on the citizens of this county during their time on this earth. It is with particularly deep sadness that we conclude this evening's deliberations in absence of one of our own, and whereas attendant to such duty and fully in accord with its long-standing tradition, it is the intent of this legislative body to express sincerest sorrow upon the death of Peter P. Durkee, which occurred on Wednesday, the 31st day of January of the year 2024. And whereas respected and admired by all, it is the collective sense of this legislator that the life of Peter P. Durkee be memorialized and utilized. And whereas Pete was born on May 18, 1937, in Troy, the son of the late Francis and Margaret Durkee, and whereas Pete attended St. Joseph's School for his primary education and later graduated from Troy High. And whereas Pete served as a Troy police officer for 37 years, retiring in 1996, he received a silver shield in 1973 for his dedicated service. And whereas Pete proudly represented the city of Troy in the Rensselaer County Legislature from 1998 to 2005, and whereas Pete carried a strong and devoted commitment to his faith throughout his life and was dedicated member of St. Joseph's Church, where he found solace and strength, and whereas Pete was proud member of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Division 8 in Troy since 1961, serving in various offices, including the state president from 2003 to 2005. And whereas in his free time, Pete enjoyed camping, spending time in nature with his family. Pete was a staple of the South End Tavern for many years, enjoying time with his friends. And whereas Pete is survived by his beloved wife, Mary Durkee, and their children, Francis, Lisa, Peter, Mary, Sissy, James, Alma, Julie, Sean, and Kathleen. He was a loving grandfather to Michael, Francis, Emily, Megan, Stephen, Nicholas, Joshua, Lauren, and Jacob Durkee, Caitlin, Brianna, Matthew Thompson, and Caden. Pete was also cherished great-grandfather to London and Xavier. He is also survived by his siblings Thomas Durkee, sister-in-law Joan and Helen Rizzi, and brothers-in-law John and Edward Reedy. Peter had many nieces and nephews who adored him. Pete was predeceased by sons John and Daniel and his brothers Francis and John Durkee, sisters-in-law Roz, Caitlin, and Doris, and brother-in-laws Joseph and Tofi Rizzi. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the members of the Rensselaer County Legislature adjourn this meeting in a moment of silence, tribute, and fond memory of Peter P. Durkee, and to reflect upon Peter's life of exemplary service, fully confident that his legacy will continue in this county for many, many years to come. And be it further resolved that the clerk of legislature transmit a copy of this resolution suitably engrossed to the family of the Honorable Peter P. Durkee. So I have a personal connection to Pete. My father, Red McClure, met him a long time ago at the South End Tavern, and also the Kennedy family. We visited South End Tavern on numerous occasions, and of course, I know many of the members of the family, so very deeply sorry for your loss. You will be deeply missed. Anybody else want to say anything?
For a period of time, 1994 to 2010, I was a department head at the sheriff's office. And Peter coming on board to the legislature was a gift because there was somebody, when I had to go there and make my presentations on our needs and our budget, Peter understood what we were doing at the jail and understood how the criminal justice system was impacted because he knew about it. He was always a gentleman, professional, and I respected him very much. Thank you for being here this evening.
Yeah, I'm Kenny Harrington. I served with Pete. Jeez, I'm amazed there's nobody else left here that served with Pete. It wasn't that long ago, but but Pete, you know, I'm a country bumpkin out in, but Pete was definitely a Troy guy. I mean, you know, Pete was. I don't ever really consider myself much of a politician either, and Peter didn't consider himself a politician. Peter was there for the community, and he was definitely there for Troy. I mean, anything that involved Troy, Peter was on top of it. But he was a good guy to work with. Down to earth, common sense guy. I'm not saying we don't have much of that, but I don't think we have as much as we had. And he was old school. I mean, it didn't matter whether you're on that side of the aisle or this side. If it was good for Troy, it was good for Pete. He did a heck of a job representing his constituency when he was here. He really did. And a nice guy to work with. We're going to miss him, that's for sure. Thank you.
Just gonna say I'm an honor to be here. Pete's wife was a good friend of mine, good friend of my father's, and a good friend of my grandmother's. I mean, there's one person that loved his heritage more than Pete is in Irish heritage. It was amazing. That's how Pete knew my grandmother down at AOH after the parades. And then, you know, you see the Cunninghams out there, you see the Wrights out there. They're all friends with Pete's, and they all had a good time together. So I'm glad to be here, and it's an honor.
If I could, thank you all for being here. And this is a tough one because I've always known him as Mr. Durkee. I would never call him Pete Durkee. I would always call him Mr. Durkee and Mrs. Durkee. And I've known him and the family since I was 5 because I went to St. Joseph's and I went to school with Frank and we were good friends growing up, but he was always there. He epitomized South Troy against the world. That was Mr. Durkee. He was involved in the Dad's Club at St. Joseph's. He was always there at the bazaars and different things at school, right? I mean, he was always there. In addition to that, obviously, he was a proud Irish AOH guy. I think everybody knew that. But he also continued on, obviously, with that service of his community, being a Troy police officer, something that I think is such an honorable career to go into. And then he went to politics, and then he worked for us for a while in security, and he didn't want to leave, right? He was always bigger, he was larger than life. But I know his biggest accomplishment is just a handful of people that are standing here in front of us. And I just want to tell you how sorry I am. You guys have been such good friends of my parents. And I think some of them are all together now celebrating. So I'm sorry. Thank you.
I just thank you for honoring him here. He loved being on the legislature. And I know he would be very honored to be here tonight. Thank you again on behalf of my family.
Sorry for the loss. Are you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Call me if you need anything. I'll try try to represent.
Yeah, he will too. He's the best. Thank you for letting us.
Our next presentation is P 12524. This is a resolution recognizing April 2024 as National Donate Life Month in Rensselaer County, and I'd like to invite Mr. Gray up, and this is a presentation by legislators Fiacco, Grant, Bailey, Hoffman, and anyone else who would like to join us. And this is a new addition.
Thank you. Resolution recognizing April 2024 as National Donate Life Month. Whereas National Donate Life Month takes place in April with a series of events, campaigns, and meetings which are organized to educate the public about living donations and build a community of donors and supporters. And whereas currently over 100,000 people are waiting in line for organ, eye, or tissue transplants in the United States. Men and women, children and the elderly, all kinds of people need a donation to heal, to stay alive. The event was created in 2003 to encourage donor awareness and registration to help these people. And whereas the last 500 years have seen a revolution in human health. In addition to the development of medicines and increased knowledge, procedures such as transplanting tissues from one body to another have allowed the saving of countless lives and greater longevity for people with access to these technologies. And whereas National Donate Life Month was established by Donate Life America and its partnering organizations, again in 2003, and is celebrated every April. And whereas National Donate Life Month is an entire month of local, regional, and national activities that raise awareness about donation and encouraging Americans to register as organ, eye, and tissue donors, and to celebrate those that have saved lives through the gift of donation. And whereas this month also honors the deceased and living donors and celebrates the life-saving and healing of all the people involved. Whereas this year, the theme is A World of Music unites people through the power of music, and whereas Donate Life America was inspired by the natural world of a pond coming to life in the spring. Frogs and toads are signs of healing and renewal, and water lilies represent hope. The lily pads we see on the surface of a pond are part of a much larger plant rooted below the water. The water lily plant reminds us of the support and collaboration needed for hope to bloom. And whereas we each carry the potential to help make life a beautiful ride for ourselves and then for others by registering as a donor or considering a living donation. Similar to a bicycle, organ, eye, and tissue donations offer many ways to give hope, support, and strength, keeping life in motion. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Rensselaer County Legislature does hereby pause in its deliberations to designate April 24th as National Donate Life Month in Rensselaer County and encourage participation in this life-saving journey. Dave Gray, who is up here today, has done more than anyone I think I've come into contact with in the capital region to spread the word about donating to this valuable cause, this life-saving cause. He tirelessly gives himself through these endeavors, never asking for anything. He's a hardworking person. Any little thing we can do to recognize the work of the Donate Life organization is vitally important to our community. And so we thank Dave for his participation. If anybody else would like to comment?
Yeah, would.
Leon, go right ahead.
Dave and I actually grew up next door to each other many moons ago. But anyways, I think that the work he's doing is a really incredible thing. I actually ran into, I was getting some soup that day at Panera's, wasn't it? And I saw some people that he was out helping and giving them hope to, you know, it's a big deal if you're gonna have that stuff going. He did? Good, very good. But anyways, yeah, I just want to recognize you, and I'm proud to be a part of this.
Dave?
I want to thank all the legislatures in the county, for recognizing organ donation for the Donate Life New York State and for the Center of Donation and Transplant. I can tell you, Rensselaer County, we're up 1% from last year. We're at 58.1%, which is almost a national average. That is good. Statewide, we're at 46.8%, and this is my life. This is my fourth event today. I am just totally booked for the whole month of April. You name it, I'm there this month. So I greatly appreciate it. If you do anything today or tonight, go home and talk to your loved ones. Let them know if you want to be an organ donor or not. Just organ donation is always a tragedy. So you don't want to be approached when the time is not right. At least let your loved ones know what your wishes are, even if you're not registered, to let them know that. Thank you so much, folks. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, our last presentation, last but not least, is P7124. This is a resolution recognizing Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rensselaer County for their contributions during National Nutrition Month in Rensselaer County and designating the month of March 2024 as National Nutrition Month in Rensselaer County. And this is a presentation by legislators Harrington and Wysocki.
Resolution P 7124, a resolution recognizing Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rensselaer County for their contributions during National Nutrition Month in Rensselaer County and designating the month of March 2024 as National Nutrition Month in Rensselaer County. Whereas the Cornell Cooperative Extension Association of Rensselaer County enables people to improve their lives and communities through learning partnerships that put extension and research knowledge to work, and whereas Cornell Cooperative Extension System is a viable partnership between federal, state, and county governments, educational outreach of the land-grant university knowledge and research, and youth, volunteer, and staff, and whereas Cornell Cooperative Extension offers free or low-cost education workshops, applied research projects, and lots of useful information on food-related topics from food safety and nutrition to healthy eating on a limited budget. Whereas March is National Nutrition Month and Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rensselaer County teaches the value of local foods, healthful nutrition classes, and programs to over 800 Rensselaer County families and low-income households, over 500 seniors throughout the Department of Aging, and over 500 youth learning nutrition classes. Over 350 residents in group classes and over 5,000 50,000 residents in media campaigns and nutrition and healthful eating. And whereas Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rensselaer County is a part of the Capital District team that provides nutrition, education, and support through in-services and community experiences from professional nutrition educators from 9 counties. And therefore, be it resolved that Rensselaer County Legislature hereby designates the month of March 2024 as Cornell Cooperative Extension and National Nutrition Month in Rensselaer County. Thank you, guys. Kenny, you got anything to add?
No, except Extension's been around a long time. I mean, they have a 4-H program and a lot of other programs also, and programs for farmers. I think I became a 4-H member in 1950. That was a while ago, I guess. And I was president of the board in the 68, I think it was. So it's a good operation and it's still going. So that's great.
Stood the test of time.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Ladies?
Thank you so much. I want to thank the chairwoman and all the legislators here. Excuse me, I'm not used to talking to a microphone. My name is Kim Mullen, and I do nutrition education. This is Felicia Chandler. She also does nutrition education. I mainly work with youth, and she works with youth and adults. And we just try to really spread that word. Because it was National Nutrition Month, every year there's a theme. And this year the theme was Beyond the Table, which is basically that concept of farm to fork. So we really just try to promote everyone going to the local farmers markets and really trying to eat whole foods from all the food groups, which our farmers can provide. So we have a little treat for you today. It's actually a little jar opener. And they're not just for jars. You can use these for plants. You can use these as a coaster. You can use them as a mouse. So I'm going to be passing them around while Felicia says a couple words. And thank you again.
Hi, everyone. My name is Felicia Chandler, Nutrition Program Educator. So the program I teach is Expanded Food Nutrition Education Program, which is FNEP. So part of the program have changed to Building Healthy Habits, Eating Healthy for Less. So part of our program that I do with Building Healthy Habits, healthy habits, people, help people to eat healthy, be more active, to save money when buying food, exploring ideas, and feeding children and keeping food safe. Our workshops are hands-on, one-on-one, small groups, in person, online. Participants would do hands-on recipes, and after 6 lessons, they will receive a completion certificate. And also, I work along with Stewart Shops where they receive free milk and egg coupons for completing the program. So what are participants saying about our program? Participants have a lot to say about the nutritional education program. They start eating more whole grains. Also, we have been paying more attention to portion size, eating and shopping habits to make the most of our budget. And some participants had talked about physical activity, something I do teach my nutritional clients. They go for a walk almost every night of a week, and I'm trying to eat more meals together as a family. They have limited their sweetened drinks. They don't drink soda anymore, and they drink water and fat-free milk. And awesome, the great thing about our program is that its eligibility is for youth 3rd grade to 12th grade in schools providing reduced cost meals, parents and guardians, youth 18 to 25, whether they have children or not, and they live with their parents or live independently. Following eligibility for our program is SNAP-Ed, WIC, Medicaid, Head Start, free or reduced price school lunch, and another limited resource benefits. And on the back of the brochures that you're getting in the free jar openers, there is a QR code with recipes. Thank you.
Thank you. Alicia?
Thank you to Felicia and Kim and everyone at Cornell who each year comes out and does a nice presentation. We always get some really interesting goodies and always learn a lot from them and appreciate the work that you're doing in the community. I think we could all use some of your points when I was hearing you talk about no soda and all that good stuff. I think some of us could definitely do that, right? So, thank you. Okay. Everybody ready to roll into the regular meeting? It is 7:14. So I'd like to call the April 9th, 2024 regular meeting of the Rensselaer County Legislature to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bailey. Mr. Casal. Mr. Choquette. Mr. Fiacco. Mr. Fleming. Mr. Genrin. Mr. Grant. Mr. Grimm. Mr. Harrington. Ms. Kennedy. Mr. Leverage. Mr. Maloney. Ms. Nichols. Mr. Patiri. Mr. Stoll. Ms. Weaver. Mr. Wysocki. Mr. Zaluski. Chairwoman Hoffman.
Here.
There are 18 present and 1 absent.
Invocation, Mr. Grant.
Lord, thank you for the opportunity to care for the world you have made. We ask that your blessings would rest on this team, that you would give us great vision and enthusiasm for our work. Amen.
Amen. Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Grimm.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Harrington.
Madam Chair, I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the regular meeting of March 12, 2024, and approve the minutes as printed.
We have a first and a motion to second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Let's go on to the meeting agenda. Presentation of petitions.
On file?
Presentation of communications.
On file?
Reports of commissions.
On file?
Departmental reports.
On file?
Reports of standing committees.
On file?
Local laws.
There are none tonight.
G 13824.
G 13824, resolution authorizing and directing the Rensselaer County Chief Fiscal Officer to correct the following 2023 assessment roll for the towns of Schodack, Bureau of Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 13924.
G 13924, resolution authorizing a contract with Sam Asher Computer Services, Inc., Asher Group, DBA Hyper Reach Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14024.
G 14024, resolution amending the 2023 and 2024 Rensselaer County Adopted Budgets, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14124.
G 14124, resolution authorizing an agreement with Axon Enterprises, Inc. for digital evidence management software, District Attorney, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14224.
G 14224, resolution authorizing a service agreement with Johnson Control, Inc., Van Rensselaer Manor Nursing Home, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14324.
G 14324, resolution amending the 2024 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14424.
G 14424, resolution authorizing and directing the Rensselaer County Chief Fiscal Officer to correct multiple towns' 2023 assessment rolls, Bureau of Tax Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14524.
G 14524, resolution authorizing agreements to provide personal care services under the expanded in-home services for the elderly program, Unified Family Services Department of Aging, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Choquette, Fiacco, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14624.
G 14624, resolution authorizing community program grant agreements, county executive, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14724.
G 14724, resolution adopting and accepting revisions to the Rensselaer County Purchasing Procedures, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14824.
G 14824, resolution authorizing the sale of surplus equipment, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 14924.
G 14924, resolution authorizing contract with Kristen Landy, MD, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Stahl, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15024.
G 15024, resolution authorizing a lease agreement with the Town of Grafton Unified Family Services Department of Aging, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Choquette, Fiaco, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15124.
G 15124, resolution authorizing purchases from the County of Saratoga of various highway pavement reclamation contracts, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15224.
G 15224, resolution authorizing contracts for the purchase of drainage pipe, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15324.
G 15324, resolution authorizing contracts for the highway equipment rental without operator, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15424.
G 15424, resolution authorizing contracts for liquid bituminous asphalt materials, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15524.
G 15524, resolution authorizing contracts for the purchase of gravel and ice control sand, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15624.
G 15624, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15724.
G 15724, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15824.
G 15824, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 15924.
G 15924, resolution authorizing a contract for guide railing installation countywide, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16024.
G 16024, resolution authorizing the purchase of one emergency vehicle, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16124.
G 16124, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a grant award from the Research Foundation for Mental Health, Hygiene, Inc., Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16224.
G 16224, resolution authorizing continuation of the established Citizens Bank ATM bank accounts for clients receiving care coordination services, mental health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16324.
G 16324, resolution amending the 2023-2024 Rensselaer County adopted budgets for public safety grants, Bureau of Public Safety, and the Bureau of Research and Information Services, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16424.
G 16424, resolution authorizing purchase of media and audio-visual equipment for Hoosick Falls Senior Center Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16524.
G 16524, resolution authorizing the purchase of kitchen equipment for the Hoosick Falls Senior Center Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Choquette, Fiaco, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16624.
G 16624, resolution authorizing amended agreements and amending the 2024 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16724.
G 16724, resolution amending the 2024 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Stahl, Jenner, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 16824.
G 16824, resolution confirming the appointment of Darcy Casey as Commissioner of the Department of Aging, County Executive, introduced by legislators Choquette, Fiaco, and Fleming.
Before we take a vote, I just want to acknowledge that Darcy's here with us tonight, and I'm sure she's got some family or supporters with her. So thank you, Darcy, for the work that you've done thus far, and we're going to take our vote. Yes, Mr. Grant.
This is an outstanding appointment made by the county executive. I can't think of a more qualified person running Department of Aging than Darcy. Even more so that she's homegrown, working in the field for quite a bit. Former Senate person as well, which means a lot to some of us over here. We look forward to working closer with her, particularly with the advent of the new senior centers throughout the county. We look forward to having a strong partnership with you in the future. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you. Anyone else? Mr. Casal? She's over here. She's over there. Anybody else? Legislator Kennedy? Oh, go ahead, Ken. Legislator Kennedy.
I just want to say how proud I am, Darcy, and I'm looking forward to working with you and thankful to anybody else for this position.
Well, I think it's an overwhelming response that everybody feels about you. You know, I think you've proven yourself. You've been here for some time, and you really took the reins when we had a vacancy in the position. I know people down at the senior centers all across the county really respect you and adore you. So we'll go to our vote. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. Congratulations. G 16924.
G 16924, resolution confirming the appointment of Jessica Eckert as Commissioner of the Comprehensive Employment and Training, County Executive, introduced by legislators Wysocki, Battieri, and Zaluski.
Is Jess here?
Yes.
Where's Jess? Oh, there you are. Hi, Jess. Thank you. Okay, so again, lucky to have qualified folks and people who are here to do a great job, especially in this specific position with employment and training. Certainly, we can benefit from your expertise in that area. So again, lucky to have some very qualified folks who are being appointed by the county executive. So if anybody else, yes, Mr. Wysocki.
Yes, I'd just like to congratulate Jess on her new promotion, and I know she'll do a wonderful job for us in the next 15 years or so.
You're committed now, right? 15 years. Okay, Mr. Harrington. I can't see with my glasses on. Yes, Mr. Zaluski.
Jess went through a grilling in our committee meeting. She withstood all of our questions. She's highly qualified.
Great. Okay, anybody else? All right, let's take a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. Jess, congratulations. G 17024.
G 17024, resolution amending the 2023 and 2024 Rensselaer County adopted budgets. District Attorney, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 17124.
G 17124, resolution approving the transfer of 15 Dominion Image Cast ballot marking device voting machines to Ontario County Board of Elections, introduced by legislators Hoffman, Loveridge, Harrington, Grimm, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 17224.
G 17224, resolution transferring 2023 legislative budget balances to be designated for the Rensselaer County Tax Stabilization Fund, Rensselaer County Legislature, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 17324.
G 17324, resolution amending the 2023 Rensselaer County adopted budget auditor and capital projects repair and improvement to the legislative chambers, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17424.
P 17424, resolution setting a public hearing date, Bureau of Economic Development and Planning, introduced by legislators Choquette, Generin, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17524.
P 17524, resolution commending Duncan's Dairy Bar upon the occasion of its 85th anniversary, introduced by legislators Casal, Harrington, Maloney, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17624.
P 17624, resolution commending Kate Ackerman upon an outstanding season, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Choquette, Generin, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17724.
P 17724, resolution commending the Columbia High School girls bowling team upon a championship season, introduced by legislators Hoffman, Bailey, Fiacco, Grant, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17824.
P 17824, resolution recognizing May 18th, 2024 as Armed Forces Day, introduced by legislators Harrington, Casal, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 17924.
P 17924, resolution recognizing May 2024 as National Military Appreciation Month, introduced by legislators Harrington, Casal, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18024.
P 18024, resolution recognizing May 24th, 2024 as National Poppy Day, introduced by legislators Harrington, Casal, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18124.
P 18124, resolution proclaiming May 5th through the 11th, 2024 as Correctional Officer Week in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18224.
P 18224, resolution recognizing May 6th through the 10th, 2024 as Economic Development Week in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Choquette, Generin, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18324.
P 18324, resolution commending Rensselaer County nurses on the celebration of Nurses Week, May 6th through the 12th, 2024, introduced by legislators Stahl, Generin, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18424.
P 18424, resolution recognizing May 12th through the 18th as National Skilled Nursing Care Week, introduced by legislators Stahl, Generin, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18524.
P 18524, resolution recognizing May 5th through the 11th, 2024 as Children's Mental Health Acceptance Week, introduced by legislators Grant, Loveridge, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18624.
P 18624, resolution recognizing May 2024 as Mental Health Month, introduced by legislators Grant, Loveridge, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18724.
P 18724, resolution recognizing Thursday, May 2nd, 2024 as National Day of Prayer, introduced by legislators Grant, Hoffman, Bailey, Loveridge, Harrington, Casal, Choquette, Fiacco, Generin, Kennedy, Maloney, Patiri, Stahl, Wysocki, Grimm, Nichols, Fleming, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18824.
P 18824, resolution recognizing April 30th, 2024 as National Therapy Animal Day, introduced by legislators Paturi, Wysocki, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 18924.
P 18924, resolution recognizing April 24th, 2024 as Arbor Day, introduced by legislators Casal, Choquette, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 19024.
P 19024, resolution recognizing April 22nd, 2024 as Earth Day in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Grimm, Nichols, Fleming, Weaver, Zaluski, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 19124.
P 19124, resolution opposing New York State Senate Bill S 8461, which could negatively impact outdoor shooting ranges in New York State, introduced by legislators Harrington, Maloney, Paturi, Wysocki, Hoffman, Bailey, Loveridge, Casal, Choquette, Fiacco, Grant, Jenrens, Kennedy, and Stoll.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
14 ayes, 4 noes.
So moved. P 19224.
P 19224, resolution supporting Assembly Bill A 8374 and Senate Bill S 8958, introduced by legislators Jenren and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 19324.
P 19324, resolution adjourning the April 9th, 2024 legislative meeting in memory of Chief Warrant Officer 2, Casey Frankowski, introduced by legislators Stahl and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 19424.
G 19424, resolution authorizing a lease agreement with Kensley Bree LLC, Department of Aging, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Yes, Mr. Fleming?
I voiced my opinion in committee and in rules. I think the legislative process, at least from my perspective, is flawed with this major undertaking. However, I can in good conscience compromise the well-being of our seniors, of which I am one, in this county, by standing in the way, so I'm voting yes.
Thank you very much. Mr. Harrington?
Yeah. I was the one that tabled this information. I guess there was information given on yesterday. I couldn't make that meeting because I had a prior commitment. I'm just a little disappointed in the short time here we had this presentation. I wish we had had a presentation a couple of weeks ago and got through everybody's questions. The same reason I don't want to hold this thing up because I know the other senior center is closed and we have to get the things going. I think we can do a better job getting the presentation down here before the meeting so everybody here had a chance to have the questions answered.
Thank you, Mr. Harrington. Anybody else? Okay. So I had a motion. Right. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 19524.
G 19524, resolution authorizing purchase of media and audio visual equipment for the Rensselaer East Greenbush Senior Center Bureau of Central Services, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 19624.
G 19624, resolution authorizing the purchase of kitchen equipment for the Rensselaer East Greenbush Senior Center Bureau of Central Services, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 19724.
G 19724, resolution authorizing an amended and restated energy performance contract with Siemens Industry, Inc. for improvements at the Rensselaer Senior Center, 6 Ridge Road, East Greenbush, Central Services, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 19824.
G 19824, resolution classifying action to undertake certain projects as type 2 actions not subject to seeker review, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 19924.
P 19924, resolution requesting the New York State Legislature to enact Senate Bill S 8939, changing a portion of State Route 40 to be named Assemblyman Pat M. Cassell Memorial Highway, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
If I could just for a second, it gives me a great honor to work with the folks who are sponsoring this legislation to have part of the Route 40 corridor be named after Assemblyman Pat Cassell. As you know, we lost Pat not that long ago. And, Dan, you've been a steadfast man in your father's shoes. So I just want to say that I'm very proud that we're looking to consider to do this. And now I'll take a vote for all those in favor. Yes, Mr. Grant?
I think the only difficulty with this resolution is that the impact that Pat Cassell had on this district and this county makes it very difficult to select just one roadway that should be named after him. His influence and demeanor and decency, and he's a real gentleman, and it encompassed so many things throughout this capital region area. I will vote for this, but if another resolution were to come up asking another road to be designated Honorable Pat Cassell's name, I would support that as well. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. And that's all we have for tonight. Legislative privilege, Mr. Zaluski?
Carolyn, I think our ceiling lights haven't been active for this meeting and the previous meeting, so when
Oh.
we're speaking on the floor, I don't think it's captured, they're not turning the
The speakers, you mean? The,
ceilings, see, they're all red.
Well,
yep,
They're actually outside the mic.
the microphones.
With the absence of Harry, who knows the recording system, we've had the girls filling in. And we've made the system as easy as possible because it's a very complicated system and they're not audio techs. So I apologize for anything that's cut off or not being done, but we're trying to fill the void.
We appreciate that for letting us know. Mr. Maloney? I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor? Aye. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.